Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome to Lighten Up Cooking, where I take a traditional dish and lighten it up by decreasing sugar or carbohydrates or salt or fat without sacrificing great taste. Today I thought I would make a no-bake cookie dessert. Now the correct name for this dessert is no-bake Oreo dessert. But I'm not going to be using Oreos. I'm going to be using these sandwich cookies that I found at Walmart. I know this is backwards, but it says high key sandwich cookies, 0 sugar, 70 calories per serving, 3 net carbs per serving, gluten free. And the ingredients are not terrible. Some of the ingredients are pretty clean, and there's a couple of them that are questionable. But for the most part, I like the ingredients in these high key sandwich cookies. Now you only get, see, they even look like Oreos. You only get 14 in a pack. I bought 2 packs, so I'm going to see if I need both of them. I'm going to start out with just using 1 pack. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take about half of my cookies. I'm going to put them in the food processor. I want to make, I may need the whole pack for this. We'll see. I want to make just the base for this dessert. I have a 9x9 square baking pan that I'm going to use, even though this is no bake. I'm going to take my cookies. I want to pour them. Yeah, this is going to be enough for the base. I think. Put them in my pan like that. So I use 6 cookies. So you put them in the pan like that. Now I'm going to take 1/4 of a cup of melted butter, and this is unsalted butter. I'm just going to pour this over the cookies. Crumbs. Just like that. Okay. Now put this aside. And I'm going to take a few more for the rest of the cookies. I'm going to go ahead and chop these. Not quite as fine as the base. You want I want to mix a few with the pudding mixture, and then I want to put some on top when I finish. So I'm going to go ahead and chop these. Leaving these in like big chunks, and hopefully this will be enough for what I'm trying to do. If not, I'll chop the other pack. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside because I'll come back to this. All right, I'm going to take my mixer and a mixing bowl here. Okay, to this I'm going to add 1.7 ounces of vanilla instant pudding. And I wanted to show you all this. This is a sugar-free vanilla instant pudding mix that I found at the store called Sprouts. And if you're not familiar with Sprouts, it's like a health food store sort of, where you get your vitamins and your organic produce and different things like that. Everything is not healthy, but it is, they lean more towards healthier options. It's called Sprouts. So I found this. It's Simply Delish is the brand. Sugar-free vanilla flavor instant pudding. And this is one that I really like the ingredients. It has real clean ingredients. I'm not going to read them off, but I've been looking for a healthier version of an instant pudding mix, and I found it at Sprouts. So I'm going to take this. This is 1.7 ounces. And also with this pudding mix, if you notice your regular pudding mixes, it tells you to only use cow's milk. You can't use the alternative milks like soy or coconut or almond. Well, with this particular mixture, you can use any milk. So 1.7 ounces of vanilla instant pudding mix and a cup and a fourth of milk. I'm using almond milk. Now, if you decide to use a milk that's not a nut milk, your cow's milk, you need 1.5. But if you're going to use milk, I would go with a 2% or 1%, something that with less fat. So I have a cup and a fourth of almond milk. I'm going to pour that in. And then I'm going to whip this up until it thickens a little bit. As you can see, it's thickened. Okay. To this, I'm going to add 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. Now, you all know, if you've been following me, you know that I use the Neuchatel cheese in place of cream cheese, 1/3 less fat, and this is the Great Value brand. So I'm using. Put this in the bowl. Along with this, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of confectioner's sweetener. And instead of powdered sugar, I use the Swerve brand of the confectioner's sugar. Sweetener, I should say, because there's no sugar in this. 1/2 cup. So pour that in. And I'm going to continue blending. This is what we got, and you may see just a few specks of the cream cheese, but that's okay. It's gonna work just fine. Okay, now to this, we're going to add the whipped topping. Now this is my favorite whipped cream. It's called True Whip. I like the ingredients. It has cleaner ingredients than your regular Cool Whip. I get this is at Walmart as well. Now this is a purple container. The one that I really like is the yellow container, but I couldn't find that one. So I settled for this one. This one has a negligible amount of sugar, but not enough to make that big of a difference. The one that I really like that I couldn't find has no sugar at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. I'm gonna put, this is a 9-ounce container. I'm gonna fold in half of this into the mixture. Along with this, I'm going to add some of the cookie crumbs. Probably about half of what I have here. That would be enough. Just gonna fold the crumbs into the mixture along with the Cool Whips or whip topping. You're just gonna lightly stir. You don't want to stir, you want to fold. Just go around and flip the spoon. Go around and flip. Just like that. Until you get it all mixed in. You don't want to stir because you don't want the whipped cream to deflate. You want it to remain light and fluffy. I think that's good enough. Okay, now I'm going to bring my dish back. I'm going to take my mixture and just put it in my dish on top of the crumbs. All of it out here. Like that. Up a little bit. Okay, now we're going to take the rest of the cookie crumbs and I'm going to take them and just sprinkle them on top like that. Come on here. And that's all there's to it. So now I'm going to take this, put it in the refrigerator, and let it chill and set up for a couple of hours, 2 to 3 hours. I let it chill for 3 hours. So now we're gonna do a taste test and see what it tastes like. I can get it out. Okay, that's as much as it's gonna set up. And that's perfectly fine. No bake cookie dessert. This is delicious. It's not too sweet, but it has enough sweetener. You know, I like things sweet, so this is perfect. Perfect amount of sweetness. And it's a wonderful dessert. No bake. I think it's a great as a crowd pleaser. You want to serve it up, easy to make, perfect for the spring and summer weather. It's a wonderful dessert, and you ought to consider making it. Even if you can't find all of the ingredients that I used, if you could just find the High Key brand of the sandwich cookies and just start with that, because that would decrease a significant amount of sugar if you just went with the no sugar added cookies. But it's and you'll never know that these are not the Oreo cookies. So give it a try, and let me know if you do. Leave me a comment. Thank you for watching, and to all of my followers, new followers, and new subscribers on Facebook and YouTube, thank you so much for coming on board with me. And for those of you that have been on board with me for a while, thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments, thumbs up. Thank you so much. And until next time, share a smile with someone. It will lighten up their spirit and yours too. Bye now.